Welcome to Heal the New Sexy. My name is Cynthia and I am a licensed clinical social worker. Today I want to discuss having boundaries around the holidays. If you're seeing this video, we have a few days before Thanksgiving, right? And I know if you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, the holidays is not a pleasant experience for you, right? It may be an experience that you kind of feel anxious about, an experience that you're dreading because you don't know what to expect when you go home for Thanksgiving. So I want to talk about how to have boundaries and also talk about how you can enforce those boundaries, right? So I don't know about you, but for me, growing up, holidays weren't always a pleasant experience. Sometimes we spent a lot of time at church, so we would, get together and have potlucks, but we didn't have many holidays where it was just us as a family. My father served in the military, so sometimes he would be deployed, and it probably was easier for my mom for us to do the whole thing at church than it was to cook a whole big meal for all of us. But I didn't really like going to the church potluck, okay? Because some people don't know how to cook. And then also you can't really be comfortable. You can't really be comfortable, right? You can't have your sweatpants on. We still had to be presentable. We was Pentecostal, so we still had to be presentable around the holidays, right? Especially if we weren't gonna be at home. But I know for some, the holidays are very painful, maybe because of the relationships that you have with your family member. Maybe you're the black sheep or you are the scapegoat. And despite the adversity that you face, now you're highly successful. Now you've moved far away and you dread going home. You may even feel that you have to go home because of obligation, not because of relationship, not because you love your family and you're excited to go home, but because of obligation. One, I want to just share with you that you aren't obligated to go home for the holiday. I know some people are like, blood is thicker than water, but the true saying is blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. So maybe you have created a new support system with the people at your job or in your community, and you would enjoy having Thanksgiving or Christmas or the New Year, spending it with them. Do it. Don't feel obligated to go home. Also, sometimes our family feels that entitled to have our presence, right? Like, we're family, so you should come home. And the truth of the matter is, if there was a stranger that didn't treat me right, I wouldn't go around them. It doesn't change for family. If family doesn't treat me right, I'm not going to be around them. You do not have to be around people who are abusive or dismissive of you. You don't have to be around people who downplay the greatness of who you are. They'll be like, oh, how your little business doing? Wait a minute. Oh, you got your degree? You ain't got that degree yet? Oh, you've been working on it for 10 years. Oh, have you gotten promoted? Oh, you still at that same job? You do not have to deal with that, okay? Holiday season, people talk about when you gonna have a baby, when you gonna get married. Ooh, it look like you gain weight. Oh, and don't let them watch your plate. Oh, you gonna eat all that? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to eat all of this, right? But this is something that I want to say to you, that you have the right to defend yourself. And I'm not saying be defensive, right? Because a part of a boundary is being able to articulate how you expect people to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. So something simple as, hey, I don't need for you to watch my plate. I thank you so much. And you move on. Right? Hey, I'm not here to talk about my marital status. I'm not here to talk about my weight. I'm not here to talk about my career. I'm here to have a pleasant time with the people I love, with my family. Oh, that's how it is. Oh, okay. Yes, that's exactly how it is. This is a different year and a different time. And I'm not going to allow people to be rude and unkind to me. Sometimes I'm going to do a video on this. Sometimes for some people, your family members are your biggest op. Right? They are your biggest opposition. They are the people who just don't believe in you, and they don't respect you, especially if you've grown up in a home where there's abuse or there's neglect or it's just toxic and it's dysfunctional. And so people kind of thrive off of the dysfunction. If you want a different holiday experience, then you're going to have to do something different. If you are the people pleaser, right? And so you're going because it's like, oh, this is the right thing to do. I want you to begin to question if it's right for you. Or are you engaging in self-sacrificing? Are you going to the holiday dinner because, this is what you're supposed to do? Or are you going because this is something that you look forward to doing? I want you to begin to question that, because this is your life too. And you have agency. Don't go to any place where you're tolerated. If you are feeling anxious and you're worried and you're like, they're going to pick on me, they're going to say something to me, they're going to embarrass me, I want you to kind of think about, is that a safe place emotionally and mentally for you to be? Is that a place, is your family and this dinner going to be a place where you could get rest, right? Is this a place where it's peaceful? If it's going to cause you to feel more anxious, if it's going to cause you to go back to work and everybody's like, oh, how's your holiday? You're like, then you might want to think about, do you really need to go? It's important that you learn that you can advocate for yourself, that you teach people how to treat you, and that includes your family. Our family does not get a get out of jail free card because they family. That doesn't mean that they can commit all kind of egregious crimes against us. And I'm not talking about literal crime, because even though sometimes family do that too. Okay. But I'm just saying that you have to be the one to stick up for yourself. You have to be the one to defend yourself. Who is coming to say, hey, stop treating her like that? Who's coming to say, hey, stop talking about her? If nobody else is doing it, you have to do it. It's on you. You have to pick the heart of allowing the behavior to continue, or making the decision to say, hey, please don't treat me like that. I don't like that. When I worked at early intervention with little children, one of the things that we would teach them, right? They didn't always do it right, but one of the things we would teach them to say, hey, I don't like what you did. It makes me feel like this. And you would see these 2-year-olds and they would put their hands back. I don't like it when that hurt my feelings. But guess what? They were able to verbalize how they felt because of someone else's behavior. So I wish above the same thing for you. I want you to be able to share in a controlled way. I'm not giving you permission to go off, but I am giving you permission to defend yourself. And you may not need it. You may say, Smith, I don't need it. I don't need no permission. I'm about to go up there. I'm about to tell them how I feel. But for those of you that struggle for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's you don't want to disappoint them. Sometimes we even try to show up for people in a way we want them to show up for us. And so we engage in certain behaviors because we want to be seen. But the truth of the matter is, I want you to really take inventory over this holiday season on how you're treated and put boundaries in place, right? Don't allow anyone to say anything to you that will damage your self-esteem and how you view and see yourself. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.